business. Well, thank you so much. We have our panelists, and they are
or interest in Zespri Kiwifruit would be just as a...
There is certain affinity and respect for taste and flavor. Being a chef kind of exponentiates that. With Kiwifruit, our first attraction was that in the industry there was no green fruit, right? So the first time we got Kiwifruit as chefs, we were like, oh, this is the best garnish because there's nothing green, Eventually, when you start delving into it, you realize that this is also very intense when it comes to flavors, that it pairs itself well to a lot of Indian food. Right from the most basic things like the paneer, to stuff like seafood curries, to stuff like rasam. So that's where my interest in Kiwifruit grew, right from starting to put that green garnish on the food to actually understanding the flavors and how we pair it well with Indian food. And it amazingly does really well. I think Zespri pioneered in bringing Kiwifruits into India. So if there was an association with something that I really feel goes well with Indian food, it had to be with Zespri, I guess.
Thank you so much, Chef Ranveer. But
it's the sweeter variety of the fruit, and we have as Zespri we have a number of varieties in New Zealand, but we're launching the second variety of Sungold Kiwifruit.
Thank you, Ritesh, for your inputs. Penultimate speaker now is going to be Ben. Would you like to take over? Thank you. What is your take on this? Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. It's great to be here. It's great to be associated with a fruit. It's the first time I've ever been associated with a fruit. And to be associated with something that's natural, that's healthy for you, that has benefits for your skin as well as your diet. And the kiwi fruit for me has great memories because it was very difficult growing up here to ever see a kiwi fruit. And I remember going to boarding school in South India, and there was this girl who was actually from New Zealand, and she would bring this very special thing called a kiwi fruit, which we would get to see from a distance, this very mysterious green furry thing. So I remember tasting that for the first time and found it very delicious. And I think for me, it is a fruit that has been sort of up there along with all these exotic fruits that you could never get. And now that it's coming here, that Zespri is bringing it to India, it's fantastic to be part of it.
Thank you so much, Kalki. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to that part where we have all gathered here. So what we're going to do is going to get the lights dim. Don't get scared. I request our honored guests to kindly stand at the side near your chairs, please. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this launch, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. And we are indeed happy. Thank you. Request you to hold one fruit, one part of the fruit in your hand like this, and show it to all our guests. Friends, you two could do it, you know, and hold it up. Wonderful. And now, Chef Ranveer Brar is going to educate us with something which he has in his hand, how to actually scoop it, enjoy it. Chef, take it away.
So, you know, the first thing we need to do is we need to forget about everything that we've tasted since. That's easy. Right? so you got to be the guy who never remembers what he had for breakfast like me. Now, this interesting, very, very interesting thing right in front of you is called a spike. Because one end of it is a knife that you cut the kiwi fruit with, and the other end is a spoon. So we've been, the chefs have been kind enough. You don't need to use the knife for the spice, but we'll use the spoon for the spice. What I really want you to do is to actually close your eyes and have a small bite to feel, because this is probably the first time you're actually absorbing a flavor like this. To retain it for life, it's like, you know, the way our food business works, it works on food memories. I want this to be a food memory for you for life. So, let's start with scooping with the spoon.
Chef, before they actually do it, is anybody doing it? Do it, please. I mean, it's there on your desk. Chef, you have to raise a toast, right?
Absolutely.
To Sungold Kiwifruit. Cheers! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip hip! Hooray! Let's get it into our mouths with juicy flavor and the taste. Oh!
Please, I request again, close your eyes.
Close your eyes,
and
okay?
feel the flavor.
Oh!
This will stay with you for life, and with me as well. Here. Beautiful. So you definitely close your eyes, sir.
Kalki, is this the first time? Have you had it before?
I had one backstage, so I cheated. I couldn't resist.
Tasty?
Yes.
You carry some home?
Yeah, I
Right.
take a bunch back.
Okay, great. So, who all have not tasted it? Put your hand up as yet. Who was super? This new baby from New Zealand is being brought to India, launched, and I wish you all the success for doing very well in India. Kindly take your seats. Thank you very much.
You know, Romy, I see
Yes.
a lot of...
Snack on between shoots, since you're from Bollywood.
Well, we snack on many, many things because we have a lot of moments in between shoot where we're waiting and we need to keep our energies up, especially when we have long, 16-hour days and stuff. So generally, it's really, the things that go round on set are like coffee, tea, biscuits, really sugary, unhealthy sort of snacks, samosas and fried pakoras. I mean, that's what comes round when you're on a set. So, if we ate that every day, we wouldn't fit into our costumes. So, so we do have to sort of find ways to be more healthy. And I think, the kiwi fruit, I'd read somewhere that it's a superfruit, and it's got, all these ingredients which are great for you. It's also full of energy. So it's a great fruit to have as a snack.
Great. Now, during all those snacky times during your shoots, including samosas, when was the last time you had a samosa?
Oh, I eat samosas.
Yeah? All right. Do you think there's place for the kiwi fruit?
No, there is absolutely a place because I think it's a very malleable fruit. It can be put in salad, it can be put in food, as well as just had as a snack on its own. So, and it's healthy because it's got the skin around it. So it's hygienic. You can easily cut it and eat it. So yeah, there's many reasons why I would want to eat this fruit. I personally love the taste of the fruit as well, and this particular one, which has been sort of made for the Desi palate, which is a little sweeter than the normal kiwi, I think is great because I'm a big fan of mangoes, for example. I love sweet fruits, grapes, mangoes, and I think this kiwi, this Sungold kiwi is very, very good.
Right, now what is this variant, the Sungold kiwi fruit?
Yeah, as I was saying, I think I just answered that question.
Okay, great. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving Kalki to you for a minute or two for a couple of questions. Would any of you like to...
Of your fitness, apart from eating right, is there anything that you do while you're on the set, because you're always traveling?
I don't know if there is any secret except moderation. You know, having small amounts rather than eating a lot. I think eating small snacks rather than eating big meals. I swim every day, so that always helps. I think doing some form of exercise every day. But yeah, that's it. And staying happy, I guess that helps as well.
And do you also cook, since we have a chef also?
Do I cook? I cook for an audience. It's a bit like my acting. I don't cook for myself very often, but if I have like a bunch of people, I really like baking. So I love making tarts, actually kiwi tarts and strawberry tarts and breads. So I like doing that, yeah.
And do you try out new restaurants while you're traveling, or do you keep to shopping?
Yeah, I'm a complete foodie. I love to try out local food wherever I am. Because, you know, we usually stay in a hotel, and hotel food is pretty much generic around the globe. So it's really nice to go out into the local places and try food.
Which destination, if you would have to say, your favorite, globally and locally?
Kashmiri food. I love Kashmiri food. Goshtava, rishta, yakhni. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anybody else would like to ask Kalki a question? Yes, gentleman at the back. Yes, thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hi. Can't see you, sir.
My question to you is, how much it is going to affect conditions, weather conditions and all?
I didn't hear, sorry.
The gentleman in Kalki is asking you, how much would this affect the Indian weather conditions?
This fruit?
This fruit.
This is probably a question that Pooja would be better at answering.
Okay, we're getting around next. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kalki. Sir, Pooja Miss is going to answer your question because perhaps it's on nutrition. And we will... One more? Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Kalki.
Kalki, the question is to you. There's one final question to you, the gentleman there. Please.
How different is this fruit from an Indian fruit?
As we've said before, this fruit has actually been sort of marketed and made for the Indian palate. So, although I think the kiwi is an exotic fruit, it's not a very Indian fruit at all. This particular version, the Sungold, that they've worked for 10 years in naturally growing, is much sweeter than the green kiwi fruit, and I think in that sense it's a lot more made for the desi palate. So I think hopefully it will catch on.
Thank you. Thank you for your valuable inputs, Kalki. I'd now like to move on to our next special panelist, and that is ace nutritionist Pooja Makhija.
She has not replied my question.
She's answering. She directed it.
As Kalki just said, which is so suited for us because we're not very particularly fond of extremely tangy things, but our palate is more favorable towards something which is slightly sweeter but still has a tangy taste. And I think this adapts so well to our flavors and palate. And I think something which is as portable as this, it is clearly said that it's better to eat whole fruit versus cut fruit. And this is something which is so easy to carry around. It's compact when it's uncut, easy to cut, scoop and slurp. So I think it just holds all its nutrition beautifully inside, while the skin is around it, no oxidation, no exposure, no loss of vitamins.
And we top it up with soda and make our own Sungold kiwi mojito. And I'm going to be the MasterChef judge who never criticizes anybody, who just talks good thing about, there you go.
Do you believe him? Do you believe him? Is that right? Okay.
So I was the MasterChef judge who had 2 cents for everything. Let's put it that. So we could volunteers. Now I'm
Okay, we got one lady. Do you only need ladies, or you can have one gent?
I think
one gent.
Please. Why are there only ladies? There you go, sir. Do make us proud. Please, please, please. I could use that combination. So I could use the ginger and the kiwi combination from there, the orange and the kiwi combination from here. A big hand to the both of you. Thank you very much.
Wow. So chef, we have two winners.
We have
participants have got autographed recipe books by you, Pooja and Kalki. So Kalki, you asked to write. Congratulations. And Pooja. Many, many congratulations.
The Suri Fresh, and if Mr. Roy Swami is there, come on the stage please. To have a photo op.
Puja. Kalki straight है. Kalki. Puja. 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 Kalki. Close. Close. Kalki.
Special thanks to Rosita, Kamcha, Varsha, Dion.
Kalki. Puja here. Puja straight. Puja one more here.